the Great International Student Admissions Camp in Canada. Guys, I got a good one for you guys today. It's really important. Massive international student admissions camp happening in Canada. Government crackdown on fake admissions being issued to students who want to come to Canada. New rules being rolled out for new international students who are aspiring to come to Canada to come study in Canada. Um, we're going to talk about those that are affected by these rules and those that will be exempted from this rule. We're also going to be talking about how to protect yourself from this kind of fraud and scams. And we're also going to be posting links where you can get legit information about immigration to come to Canada, whether being a studying or for other immigration pilot projects. So, guys, let's get straight into it.
One of the like really important things I wanted to share with you guys today, and this would be people who are really interested to come to Canada, especially if you're coming to study, is the admissions camp. Just of recent, I think within the last few years, there's been like a big admissions camp happening to people who are trying to come to Canada. So lots and lots of people who are applying to come to school are being given like fake admissions that were not authorized by the school, and they'll use this to apply for their visas and stuff like that. And this is happening all across Canada, and all the different schools from like everywhere. You know, I have met several different people who would call me and say, "Hey, I got an admission. I want you to check it out." To see in the school if it's a legit. The first time I ever got an admission, someone telling me that, I was like, why? And I look at it, it's like, yeah, it's from the school. It shows it's like, and I was like, you know what? If this guy is probably calling me to check this for him, probably means that there's kind of something he wants me to really check. So I actually did call the school, and the school was like, yeah, we didn't issue this admission. We do not have this person in our system. We've never had the person. So I was like, oh wow, okay. So in that circumstance, I was like, oh, there's something actually really going on behind the scene. This is just one person that I've spoken to. This might be something that's happening all across. And just of recent, maybe like 6 months ago, the IRCC, that's Immigration Canada, posted on information on their website indicating that there's like this huge emission scam going on. I was like, yeah, this is what I'd seen before. And just of recent, there's like big changes now coming to people who are studying in Canada. A couple of my like high-end clients, because I used to be like an admission agent, and I help people who wanted to come to Canada apply for like study permits from different countries, especially mostly in Africa. Cameroon, Nigeria, and Ghanaians. I used to have these people get admissions for like mostly postgraduate and maybe university degrees. Um, uh, and so recently, the government of Canada has, I think, what was that? I think, yeah, it was on the January 22nd, they did mandate the new rule that allowed, that's allowed, like the province in which you're going to study in has to give an attestation for you to study there. So you're not just going to need an admission, but after getting your admission, you have to apply to the government of the province, or to the provincial government, to give you a letter to apply, to then take, and with your study permit apply for the visa, for your student visa. So I don't think that it's actually a strange program. Like, if anybody understands what happens in Quebec, is Quebec already had this. If you ever like know anybody who's applying to go to Quebec, there's something called certification de acceptance de Quebec. So it's a certificate that they got after getting your admission in Quebec, like a school that you have to go in Quebec, the province of Quebec. You still have to apply to the government to give you that certificate of acceptance before you are able to submit uh, a visa application to go study in Quebec. So it has been now extended all onto the different provinces. And what I realized with that, because I was doing a little bit of research, is it's not required if you're coming here to study for like a master's degrees or PhD level, you are actually exempted from that rule. And also, if you are coming here to study like pursuing like a primary or secondary education, you don't actually need that. So this is mostly for people who are doing postgraduate and university courses and certificate programs. So that the this new rule is already in force. As of now, the government itself or the provinces have not yet put an official system. So some of my high end clients that I'm working with them, because I don't work with anybody as much as I used to work with, um, they had their applications withdrawn and sent back to them, and the government also said, oh, you're gonna send back the application fees. So you have to re-wait. So if you did apply for a study permit after January 22nd, they probably would withdraw your application and send them back to you and issue back your application fee to you. You have to um, um, apply to the school. If your admission is still valid, then the school has to apply for you for that letter, for the provincial attestation letter for you, and then before you can reapply now to come to Canada to study. And this is just because the amount of people coming into Canada has been so much that it has overflowed the system. Lots and lots of people are coming to Canada to study. Then again, the vast majority of those people who are coming to Canada to study, and I'm not actually even going to school. And so this is, the government kind of made the decision now that they're going to cut back on the amount of people coming to Canada. One of the big part in which they had to cut down was people coming to study. So keep in mind, if you're trying to apply to come to Canada, it's to study. It's very important for you to make sure that your admission is valid. You have the right provincial attestation letter, which is legit from the government of the province in which you're going to study there, and make sure that you have also the right documentations, the application forms, and all the supporting documents that you need in order to apply for your study permit. Hey, whatever you need. If you have any questions about what I'm saying, you can put it in the comment sections. I'll be more than willing to respond to you directly. I'm gonna put in the link for the official IRC website links below, the link to apply for the provincial attestation letter. I think most of the time the school will do it for you, but there's actually a link for the application, but it's just not live for people to go in and apply for the links by themselves. Hey, thank you guys. Make sure you comment, like. Bye bye. Bye bye.